tax title such this amendment. Question is this clarificatory? Yes, anybody? Would you say it's clarificatory or we can have a retrospective effect? Yeah? No? Why?
Modified.
Pardon me? No, what are the tests to decide whether it's clarificatory or not?
What was not covered is covered.
So then the question you have to examine whether this it will become clarificatory if you look at the earlier set of situation, well that was intended and that was there and then this is only by explanation. Then it becomes clarificatory. What are the important advantages? To say it is not clarificatory, the amendment is to a section. It is not in a section, something was there and it is amended. Something was in the rule which is brought in a section. So one may say it will not have any retrospective.
Sir, as you given the example that if I book the ticket of my client, and okay fine, then mine is then my client cannot be simply reimbursed expense. So still it will hold good as of today also.
Yes.
It will not be covered.
The question what you want to say, even post the amendment,
Yes.
whether this will be covered, whether you can say that they are also going to come with prescribed condition of weight, no? Yeah. ये सेमिनार का इधर ही होएगा नहीं और भी आगे चल के we have to keep meeting. He says prescribed circumstances and conditions. Yeah. Our chairman always is kept busy. He is not meet 1 year and next year. Huh? Prescribed circumstances and conditions. This will have to wait and watch. Then the central government has also expanded their power for this valuation. What they have said, presently, central government is empowered to make rules for determining the amount and the value of taxable income. They can decide the amount and the value. Now what they say is not only that, they can also have the power and manner of valuation, how they can do. I thought they always had that. That is how the valuation rules came. And the circumstance and condition of which amount shall not be a consideration. So they will come out with some circumstances where it shall not be a consideration. I really hope, but generally they come out with rules why it will become a consideration. That they will come out with the rules why it will not be a consideration. I think we wait and watch and see. That's why this yellow, if you have seen, you know my history. Whenever anything is important, I will always put in yellow. Because it's got a history, originally they have to pay yellow chala. If those who have been earlier practicing, you remember those who are paid white chala, they were not getting credit. They were very racial. Perhaps they suffered from jaundice. Whatever it is, yellow was very important. So that is why in my presentation, wherever there is that yellow, please watch. It's very, very important.
So one question.
Yeah.
That means this clause C, it gives some sort of a discretionary situation, right? Shall not.
No, it's not a discretion to each officer. Central government may come out with some rules to say, not that discretionary means discretionary. One officer will say liable, another will not liable. That is not going to be it. They are going to come out with something, saying this is complied with, then it will not be considered as part of it. We will have to wait and watch. What are the other changes? These are from with effect of 1/3/2015. This I think we can already said that advance ruling, resident firms also will be available for advance ruling. Then additional document information required to be submitted internal includes email, etc. So there is one order has been passed, registration rules have been changed to say all that. So certain in 2 days they will give the registration, that's what they have said, in 2 days online. And whatever online is given, electronic download certificate is sufficient. You don't require anything else. And certain additional documents required, that is what is there in this order, you can have a look. Most important, these changes is for single premise. Please note, they come with great fanfare, FMS announced, that now you just apply, within 2 days you will get. But please understand, all this, if you have only one single premise, this order will be applicable. But if you have centralized registration, well, you can wait for 2 years. They'll keep waiting. Because there's such a lot of issues, they want this, they want that. Actually, the problem was with centralized registration. This anyway days was there, they made it 2 days. That if you could have done from 2 years to at least 30 days or 60 days, then that would have been a great thing. But centralized registration keeps going on, they don't come out, and then now some of the commissioners even say, if you have centralized registration all over, you have Chennai, Bangalore, please get me letter from all the commissioners that he has no objection to this. Obviously he is going to object because that part of the income is going to come down. Why he will not object? So he is not giving NOC. So this fellow says, okay, I am waiting for him to give NOC. I don't know whether this fellow is tomorrow, he will get transferred to Chennai. Whatever it is, he is not giving. Central registration becomes the most difficult one. So something should have been done there. It is very unfortunate that this they are saying that within 2 days online. So most important, nobody has noticed this. Please notice the single premise. Please look at the order in fine print. This issue is only, this concession of 2 days is only for single premise. It's very, very important. So because it is generally publicized everywhere that 2 days you get, 2 days you get. What you get? Nothing you get central registration. In fact, in 2 days we are not even able to know where you have to file today in Bombay. There are so many offices. Absolutely priceless. All sorts of offices, either somebody is, there is no office only, he is supposed to be a footpath पे बैठा है. So you all know all this. कोई lotus है, कोई lotus pond में है, इधर है. So office is still going on. No, you are talking of some offices there. Some people are without office. Why not case when there was issue, he said, tomorrow is the hearing, I don't know. As of now, I got no place to sit. You can come there if somebody else gets up, then I will sit and take the hearing. So exactly it happened to me. I asked for refund of some man. So really speaking, forget 2 days will take only to file your central registration. So question is very, very important. All of you notice this concession, please again I am saying, the client just asked, अभी क्या problem है यार तंग कर रहा है 2 दिन में मिल जाएगा. That's what they always say. So please show the order, this is only for single provision. If you want wind up business anywhere else, give me single provision, I'll give it 2 days. Please remember this. One more interesting thing. In their order, what has happened, several documents are there. In their order quietly, they also ask you email, mobile. They didn't stop there. In bracket they have written existing registration to be within 30 days. So all those who are existing registered will send a letter with a mobile number and email. I can't understand mobile number. Whose mobile number? Company doesn't have a mobile number. That fellow keeps on changing. He is fungible. So question is, I think the mobile number should not. But important is, in the bracket he has written in that order. See, first of all, there are registration rules. Rule 4 has been amended. Sub-rule 8, if I am not mistaken. Thereafter, the order has been issued, and in that order, one paragraph is there, a small paragraph, it says email over, and in bracket it is written that existing fellow has to do. Nowhere it has been publicized. In the budget documents or the KRU circular, this is not said. So most people will not notice this. So it's very important.
All the documents are proper, then only we will
They have mentioned in the order.
Oh, there. Then electronic document is download certificate is sufficient. Then digitally signed advices consent may be issued. You can issue signed one also, you can use digitally signed also, so no issue. But one thing, you cannot say that this is not signed like many of these statements you get. This is a computer generated thing, no signature is required. That will not do. See, earlier if you see, especially many of the banks, they used to give you statements, execute this thing saying, this is a computer generated statement, no signature is required. No, which Godfather told you that? There's nothing like that. In fact, one of the banks who asked, what is this? You're using thousands of things which are debiting bank charges, raising service tax, and you're saying computer generated, this is not required. Who said that? Somebody somewhere, something must have told in US on some other context, you are issuing this. I said, what is the consequences? Consequences is what is your bank charges? 50 rupees. What is your service tax? 5 rupees. For each default, you have to pay 10,000 rupees. So imagine your gross turnover only will be growing. Forget about the bank charges. So it's a very, there's a penalty. So either you sign or you give this digitally sign. But I have a feeling, looking at the Information Technology Act, somebody had pointed out, okay, you have pointed, who had pointed out? Maybe this was already there. That's what I feel. Authentication is only got in the books. I feel if you look at the information, we had always felt either normal signature or even under the IT Act, that signature was, even today, it is allowed. This is the most important. Maintain electronic permitting. Every page of record soap is authenticated by the means service. So don't maintain, because actually the maintain, I don't think they are signing every ledger account. No company has got ledger account they are signed in every page. Okay? So I think this every page digital signature, there has to be some mechanism where you have every, it's going to be very different. I wonder with so many rules whether the government follows it. I know some of those, their accounts are not finalized for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Changes in abatements. So these are all percentages. I will not waste much time unless there are any issues in this, if you have anything. See, one is the transport of goods by rail. Earlier the taxable value is 30%. Now also the same. Only they have given a condition, no certificate inputs, capital input source purposes. You see how harsh it is becoming. When they introduce this thing, they say it will not be inflationary because input will be allowed. But now this is gone. Transport of passengers by rail, there is also input is gone. Transport of passengers by air, change to economy class, there is a 60-40 now. Economy and business class is treated separately. And then no certificate implications are the same. GTA service, then chit fund, this entry only deleted. Then I think they are really angry with the chit fund. Because of the jetway, आपको तो दिया 30% आपको वो भी नहीं देना है. You are going to court, so we remove it completely. Okay. And this is all 12% based on this, which then I have given already in that. And in case of 14% over 8 million. Changes in reverse charge mechanism. So this is very important. Very, very important. Mutual funds, for 1st July 2012, they were very happy, no reverse charge. Okay, earlier the distributors, whatever commission you fund was paying them, the fund had to pay on the reverse charge or the ANC had to pay on the reverse charge. Now it has been reintroduced. Services by a mutual fund distributor or to mutual fund asset and recipient services paid. So the entire mutual fund industry is affected. Their cost will go up. Either the AMC will have to absorb or the fund, the investor will have to absorb, depending on the overall cap, it's saving. So recipient service effective date is 1st April 2014. Sorry, 50. And then service by selling, marketing, lottery tickets to be a lottery distributor. Again, the recipient service effective date is 1/4/2015 is the most important change. Then service provider person involved in aggregator in any manner. First time the concept of aggregator comes. If there is a service provider person involved in aggregator in any manner. Aggregator of service is a physical presence taxable trade. Whose aggregator will look into it? Okay. But what he says, if there is a service provider person, aggregator need not provide the service. Somebody else may provide the service. In fact, if I am able to see the next one, see this is the thing what they want to say. This is aggregator, this is a service provider, service recipient. So there is a service provider is providing a service, recipient some service. And he is using the brand name of aggregator, like the Ola cabs or Uber or some of those classes. You've got a brand name, etc. Then what they say, even for service provided by this fellow, he will have to pay service. Because they say, this fellow is too many people. I cannot find out each cab driver, each fellow and all that. So, this fellow will pay. Aggregator will pay. So, there will be some issues. But how they are defined? If the aggregator has got physical presence in India, then he will have to pay. If he does not have a physical presence in India, he is representative in the taxable territory. If aggregator is neither having a representative, then he has to appoint a person who should be responsible to pay tax, and he has to pay tax. So then only he will be allowed to do business. So this is a very, very important. a very major change, and this is effective of 1/3/2015. It's very important. Now, who's the aggregator? They are defined. Means a person who owns or manages a website software application, and by means of the application communication enables potential customer to connect with service provider providing service under brand name or trade name or aggregator. Like Ola Cab is, they are now you connecting with their passenger as well as the cab driver. So this is what they want to say. So brand name or trade name has been defined as a name, mark, invented, word or writing, symbol, hologram, anything white. Any of the things they use will be considered as an aggregator. So you will find out, keep searching in your client portfolio. There are so many people who will be considered as an aggregator. And what happens is the service provider also is paying service tax today. Like there is a brand which runs the classes. This fellow also pays, that fellow also pays. They used to pay under franchisee service as well as commercial coaching. All those issues may arise. That who will pay to whom and on what? The question will come. So it's going to be a very important thing. I am sure a lot of people will be affected. And what is the amount of consideration? The aggregator also gets something. It is not the service tax paid on is 10 or 15%. He will have to pay service tax on what this one receives from this one. You understand how complicated it is going to be. And then not only amount, in the aggregate consideration, he has to add up all that and pay. So this can be a very big affair for all these people. Any questions?
What is the layout, sir?
Go to Arun Jaitley meeting. Tell him there is a very big problem. हम तो एमएलसी कार में जा रहे हैं, हम तो कैब में नहीं. That is the only way. You are representing any cab? No. Then let the cab fellow find out. He has got more bigger problems. He has to provide GP, what is GPS, GRS, whatever it is. So many other conditions are coming for him to come to do this. Then the partial reverse charge. What is the reverse charge? How much they have to pay? That also will not change pursuant to these changes. One is service provider may have supply of manpower for any purpose of security. Reverse charge it was payable by the service recipient. Earlier it was 25% by the service provider, 75% for the service recipient. I think the service provider, what was the whole purpose of this 25%, 75% was? These people are the organized lot, the corporate. So when I pay 75% I receive from him, I can find out who, from various people issue notice, find out the other fellow. So he is also registered. But I think after their experience they found out it is very difficult to find that fellow. Okay? It is extremely impossible. इसको 100% करो, उसको जो करना करना. See, actually this whole concept of law is like this. Whoever files the return, उसका पकड़ के मार. Those are not filing, don't bother, it's very difficult. This happens in school also, I see. When we were in school, a guy was the most mischievous guy. Teacher never tries to reform. हो गया चलो कैसे भी ये स्कूल ये क्लास से नेक्स्ट क्लास उसको पास कर दो इधर. There is an intelligent fellow. This is exactly what's happening in this case. The whole purpose of this double charge was, by look here, I come to know, I get in my radar, I try to find out the other fellow. But now they are finding it the other fellow is very, very difficult. Or maybe the other fellow has got a strong lobby, that also is possible. Then he's got a strong lobby, but don't come here. Okay, so fine, corporates are doing, they have no work. I thought corporates are busy doing, performing their own problem of the output service and paying tax on that. Now they say, no, increase TDS, increase reverse charge, everything. So let them do, they got enough people, so let them break their head and do so, 70%, 100%. So this fellow goes out. And actually security, there are too many. Every place is very, very difficult. So they said, let's forget about it. This is from 1/4/2015. Then the most important is the mutual fund. Here again, service provider nil, recipient, so that before also, and then also from 1/4/2015. So on this. Now there is some issue here, I will come to that. The service provider again, lottery is etc. That's also 100%. This is the service recipient. In case of aggregator, it is the aggregator, not the service. Service recipient is a customer. He's gone to airport, got down, we can never find him. So they say, forget about it. Now the question is, what is about the POT of these people? What's going to happen? Take, if you anybody in the mutual fund industry, what's going to be his POT? Well, he's going to be charged, he's providing services. For 1/4/2050, you are going to pay. What happens? Service provided before, service provided after, payment received before, payment received afterwards, service, invoice issued, etc., etc. Anybody can tell me? Yeah? What about the point of taxation? When will it, how will they trigger, what will they do in such a case? Yeah, nobody? No, nobody, neither there is a mutual fund, nor there is a distributor here. Yeah. Yes?
So in terms of route 4, POT rules,
Yes.
2 events before the exemption is put on, or 2 events after the reverse charge is introduced, either they should go.
So that is the first line which I gave, that is what it is. Yes, anybody has got any other view? He's got a view, any other view? Okay. Yeah, you are all with him. You speak for years or long. You really don't know. See, first blush, exactly you feel like that. But you read rule 7. Rule 7 is very interesting. If you have it in front of you, you can see. It says, notwithstanding maintained in any 3 or 4. 3, 4, 8. A person who is paying service tax as a receiver of service, then it will be the date of payment, and if the payment is not paid within 3 months, then it will be late for payment. So here the problem is, what is happening is, the payment date will become relevant for this reverse charge. So, those people, those service providers before March, if you pay in April, then rule 7 will apply. And then you have to pay the tax. That's the biggest challenge here. We need to look at it. It's the most important thing which is going to happen. Okay.
So,
Then, yeah,
so in case of manpower,
yeah.
say a manpower service provider is issuing invoice to me on 31st March 2015. He will charge me 25% service tax. I make it payment on 1st April 2015.
No, just a minute. Just come again.
Issued me invoice on 31st March 15.
Yeah, and
He charged me 25% service tax.
because he has to pay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I am making payment to him in the month of April 15.
yeah.
Now again I have to pay service tax of 100%. So effective tax question by government is 125%.
Yes, there is a problem. You have to tell him to do something. When they issue the invoice in 1st April. Okay. And if you are a manpower agent, tell your client please pay it before 31st March. Otherwise, हमारा 25% मिल जाएगा, आपका भी 25%. The next interesting thing is, what about the aggregator? He will come under which rule? Anybody can tell me under which rule he will come? Right now, he will not talk about rule. I look like a fool with so many problems. Because if you see this rule 7, it's not saying other than the service, but it's saying person receiving the service. He is not receiving the service. So there is going to be a problem here. Maybe you have to go to rule 3 or rule 4. But rule 4 talks of change in rate of tax. So it may still be rule 3. So there is going to be a problem here. He's got a lot of problems. This is one of them. That's all. Anything else on this? Generally what happens, you treat this very mechanically. But we need to also understand more such things happen. Some other provision like POT gets affected. And you need to, most people think of it on 1st April. Now you have time, you might have to think about it now. Changes in exemptions. I think exemptions, only important things I will go through because already there in the same form. Treatment effluent by common effluent treatment plant operator. Proceeds, no, this is very important. Exemption newly introduced. Proceed, process in relation to fruits and vegetables without altering its essential characteristics, such as pre-conditioning, pre-cooling, ripening, waxing, retail packing, labeling. After all this waxing, ripening, and all artificial ripening, they should ban it. But instead they are exempting. Anyway. Admission to museum, zoo, national park, wild sanctuary, and tiger reserve. Okay, these things are exempted. Because why? Earlier than admission, it was a negative list. That has been removed. So they have said admission to museum, zoo, national park, wildlife sanctuary tiger reserve. Movie exhibition by an exhibitor, theatre owner, to distributor or AOP when the exhibitor is a member, entry 46. So this is very important. This is an exemption which is given to an exhibitor. In case the theatre owner gives his theatre to the distributor, then that is exempt. Incidentally, this is from 1/4/2015. See, about the exemption is very interesting. Some is 1/4/2015, some is 1/3/2015, some is enactment of so many things are there. I think only chartered account can keep pace with this. There are too many dates. Yes, sir.
In addition to entertainment, it is now subject to service tax.
Yeah.
At the same time, entertainment tax is also applicable.
Which, for which,
In addition to this entertainment or element.
but which entertainment you have? Cinema?
Not like SL1.
SL word, yes, SL.
So, my question is whether service tax is levied on entertainment.
No, there will not be tax on tax, but then you have to check out if it is a state subject, one can challenge that this is not illegal. Originally they are putting negatives because of that. But I have seen many of the exemptions which are generally, like cinema ticket, they are exempted. Okay? Or maybe some of those people see cinema more often, whatever the reason is. But they are exempted there. Okay, there are also some drama. I just show you one of the exemptions. Yeah, anything else? You are anything else? Nothing. Now the next one, this is from a effective from day to notify after enactment of the bill. The earlier things were on the introduced from the 1/4, and this is from this. Now what does it say? Exhibition of cinematograph film, circus, dance or theatrical performance, including drama or ballet, first in the negative list, now it's exempted entry 46. Then recognized sporting event in negative list, entry 46. Award function, concert, pageant, musical performance or any sporting event other than a recognized event in the negative list. If it is now exempted, if it is less than 500 per person. Now I don't know, these things are less than 500 or above 500. I don't go to them, so I have no idea. But I'm sure many of them will be above 500. So then amusement facilities like amusement parks, which you have talking about, then arcades, water park, theme parks, earlier to negative list, now it's applicable. This is the general thing about it. Any question? Good. Yeah, this is good. Now you look at cinema. Cinema is not issues of a service tax. Now this is a patron who comes to the exhibitor to pay his ticket, and then this is the distributor, exhibitor to distributor. So patron pays money to the exhibitor. See, you see services are flowing this way, payment is flowing this way. Distributor gives the print to the exhibitor, the service this way, exhibitor exhibits to the patron. So payment comes on the patron and exhibitor gives to this. There are two models. In this model, patron gives exhibitor exempt under entry 47. Earlier negative list, now entry 47. But what the exhibitor pays to distributor is exempt under 15B, under copyright, because he is allowing to use it. That's why you need to look at it. So this part of it, this way. But there are other models where it is not the money doesn't belong to the exhibitor. There are two ways. The exhibitor can pay distributor something, say I am taking the asking to allow me to exhibit for which I am paying you, in which case the gross receipt belongs to the exhibitor. The other model is the exhibitor says I am taking your theatre on hire. Okay. Though the exhibitor collects the money belongs to the distributor. See this. And distributor pays to the exhibitor. If this is so, what the distributor is getting is again entry 47, and what the exhibitor is getting here is under entry 46. I told you the entry 46 also is there. The entry 47 there are three entries. One is entry 46, entry 47, where the patron comes, he buys the ticket, that is not lying. Then there is entry 46 where the exhibitor's income is not lying. And then again, entry 15B where distributor's income is not lying. So this is how the whole thing is. Any questions? Nobody in this industry. Right. Exemption withdrawn. Services to two. Because earlier services by. Service to government, local authority, governmental authority, construction, service, erection, coming installation service, repairs, and alteration, etc. of whatever you provide to the government. Civil structures, original work predominantly meant for use other than commerce, industry, or business. This exemption has been withdrawn, earlier it was there. Structure for use as education, clinical, art, or cultural establishment. This was there, now it's withdrawn. Residential complex for employees or specified persons, MPs, MLAs, this also. I don't know why it is withdrawn. Maybe they want more money, or they found very difficult. In the tribunal every day there is a case saying whether this was business, non-business. Government also does some business because some of it is for the employees welfare, some of it they are giving out rent for some shops. Some of those shops are, some are to give out hospitals. So it's all becoming very difficult. So they say this exemption itself, let's live without exemption. See, actually some of the exemptions are genuinely required. Education, clinical, cultural establishment. Predominantly for non-business use for the government, like their offices, or for the residential quarters for the, these are required. The cost doesn't go up. Of course, their cost goes up, governance cost goes up. But they say it is very difficult to administer. So they say, let's forget about it. I remember 10-15 years back, Bobby's he gave an example. Now the government says, anything very difficult, make it taxable. You know, it's like a railway, somebody complains to the railway, where this train which goes from Churchgate to Borivali, there's a lot of pickpocket in Dadar, Bandra and Parel. You better tackle this. So instead of, they said, okay, provide security, whatever, they tackle it. They said, oh, next time these trains will not stop at Dadar, Parel and Bandra, where pickpocket is. Matter is over. So this is what is happening. Actually, you should administer the exemption, these are exemptions required. If tomorrow I have a feeling this is the thing, health service also will be covered. It is very, very difficult to know what is health, what is not health services. And original work, construction, erection, commissioning or installation pertaining to airport or port, that is also will be covered. As it is, if you are aware, in the last 15, especially 5-6 years, if you are aware, the cost of tickets have gone up. The cost of the airlines also have gone up. Because the ports are all become, the airports are all become fancy, etc., etc. The usage charges for the airlines is huge. The airlines are not able to pass on to everything. So airlines also have losses. Our tickets also is going up. I think only the person who gets the right to construct airport, his charges, government gets by way of that, plus the taxes. It's going to be a big issue. And all this will add, as I said, to cost push inflation. There will be an effect. The exemption, yes.
It will just be a set off, no? Because the ultimate services tax was completing the chain.
Yeah.
So when you are saying when government is also charging the port services,
Yeah.
or for government services
Yeah.
to business,
Yeah.
it's completing the chain where business
I
will take a set off.
fully agree with you if there is no break in the chain.
So this is completing the chain.
No, but the chain, there is not complete a chain. There is a big chain around your neck. If you read the semi-credit rules. Because so many of it will not be allowed. See, construction service is not allowed. You are not allowed to semi-credit. You can't change. There is a bar. Okay, so they have disallowed construction services. They have disallowed travel services. They have disallowed wherever you are claiming some rebate. See what is.
But if you look the accounts of the airport operator today, airport operator GVK,
Yeah.
they have taxable income on the other side. The cost is not taxable, so this is completing the chain. Similarly, in case of government services,
Yeah.
it is taxable.
Yes.
When you're saying that government
Yes.
services now be taxable to business entities, so
Yeah.
it's taxable, so it's completing the chain.
Correct. The chain is complete. You are agreeing so far. But the officer should allow you the semi credit, no? If there is a legislation disallowing the semi credit, you are aware section 37 in the olden days did not allow for advertisement, did not allow for entertainment. You are aware of it? Section 37 disallowed many expenses. In the statute, another part where the ITO has got discretion, saying by this is personal, this is this, this is that. When the statute itself was there, then it is not allowed. Today, it is there in the statute only. So where is the semi credit change? There will be no cost plus inflation if there is a seamless credit. But this is not a seamless credit. The semi credit chain is a big chain around the nose of the service provider. Whatever service he receives, if you give me credit, No issue. Most of it is in a disallowance mode. And after all this legislative disallowance, there is a further disallowance by the officer, for which you go to the tribunal. And there, there is a lot of things, this, okay, yeah, ये छोटा छोटा है, don't claim this. ये ऐसा बोल के उधर जाता है, then the department goes in Supreme Court. So this is not a seamless, sandbag direction. All this would be good if everything is tax free. They are all looking at European concept, saying we should look at EU, we should look at EU. But fully look at EU, no? You only look at E and not you. It's very important. जो import करते हैं fully बड़ा import करो, dilute करते हैं, then it will not be a proper import. See, when you are importing concepts, you should import it as a direct. Otherwise, it will be half-baked issues. Like somebody said that half of his body was in the furnace and half of it was in the refrigerator, and he said, "I am on average temperature." It will not be right. You have to balance. You are importing a concept importing, correct? Services by, what are the exemptions withdrawn? I already told you. Service by mutual agent, distributor, mutual fund. Service by selling or marketing a lottery ticket to distributor. Service of making telephone calls, departmental and public telephone. P-series operate only local calls. Free telephone airport or that. Why this should be removed? What is wrong in the hospital or this? There is no service tax on that. Because that is the essential thing. Abroad, you call 911 or this immediately comes. Then 911 I have seen only TV serial. Here and all I have not seen anything. You phone immediately 100, something comes, 101, something comes. Okay. So this should have been actually, these things should allow. Because we are importing foreign concepts, so it should be fully foreign. In fact, they are based on zero rate. So that we have a supply chain is a problem. Now this is again exemptions curtailed. Services by performing artists in folk or classical form. All performers exempt. Perform the amount charged less than rupees 1 lakh. 1 for 2015. It's not very clear at all. Because is it a single one entire company may perform, one individual itself may charge it. One musician, one artist will charge this, another artist will charge that. It's not very clear. Transportation of foodstuffs, this is very interesting. One can't understand why this happens. Transport of foodstuffs by rail, vessel and to a GT. Our purpose was not to load the price of essential commodities. What is the existing exemption? Flour, tea, coffee, jaggery, sugar, milk, products, salt and edible oil. Now they have said milk, salt, food grains including flours, pulses and rice. So what is of tea, coffee? It ceases to be eatable commodities. Jaggery also you should not eat. Sugar, yes, you got diabetes, don't eat. And milk products, milk is allowed, milk product is not allowed. Salt and edible oil. Edible oil also will not be considered as an essential commodity. I think why tamper with this? If you want to add, so now the question is, all this will not be existing exception. And this will be, only this will be allowed. So maybe they are finding it difficult.
Can I suggest that could be one of the reasons is that most of these products are by the manufacturers.
Yeah. Which one?
Tea, coffee, jaggery, sugar products.
Yeah.
And whatever the GTA service, all the other services, they will take the credits.
Tea, coffee, jaggery, sugar products, milk products, edible oil.
It's passed through for manufacturers.
I would say, see,
Outward होगा तो
there is, see, I think foodstuffs world over this way. These are essential commodities. Okay, but this gives us a lot to discuss, no? Because next year some 4 will go, then 3 will go. Then after 10 years, we have to prepare a chart because we are in tribunal. All this is a lot of work. Otherwise, how will we get work? Because this only we can. Carrying out an intermediate production process, this is because the intermediate products of the manufacture production of potable alcoholic, this has been written. It has to be notified. Then, this exemption expanded. Healthcare, this is my expansion, this is improved. Healthcare service by transportation. Existing was, if you do a healthcare service, clinic staff is an authorized medical person. And transportation patients are exempt. But it was only by a clinic staff authorized medical person. What happens? A lot of medical ambulances which are running around. Okay. Inside maybe patients are there, not patients are there. It could be some other reason why it is so have to go fast. But for whatever reason, now there is an ambulance service provided by any person would also get the exemption. Life insurance services, the one additional life insurance service is accepted is a Varishta pension Bima Yojana. Then you have GTA service to export expanded. Transportation from ICD, CFS to port airport. Now you can transport from ICD, CFS to port airport to land customs, land station. This is, I think, this is a normal expansion of what in a trade is going on. I come to the end of my presentation. As you know, in every slide and in every seminar, my first and last one is the same. The lighthouse which throws light to the subject. We can put on the light now. And this is a confused person. You have to tell me whether I have thrown some light on the subject or I am only confused. If you are confused, your mistake is not fully mine. The law is also evolving and revolving. Any questions? Come on time. There is no question, we can. Yeah? Yeah.
You have concert, which is the new taxable thing, and you have dance performance. So dance performance is also a concert.
Is there in the slide? It's not there in the slide. Yeah, what do you say?
500 rupees.
Yeah, yes. Award, admission to award function.
Circus, dance or theatrical performance. Now what?
Music, where is it?
And the third portion. The first one and the third one.
Oh yeah. Exhibition of cinematic circus, dance of theatre performance, including drama or ballet. Yeah.
Now, and the 500 rupees limit applies to award function or a concert. It can be a dance concert, and Hema Malini presents a